And good morning, Mississippi. It's Thursday Open Lines, presented by Bank of Brookhaven, here on Super Talk Mississippi, WRQO, Monticello, Macomb, Brookhaven. We are set and ready to go for Thursday Open Lines for this Thursday, June the 4th, and it just so happens to be Thursday Open Lines happens every Thursday morning, right here at 9 o'clock, and we appreciate all the guests and all of the people who come and make the show interesting and talk about different events in and around the area. And we hope that you'll stay tuned today. We've got a big one lined up for you. Mr. Mike Wyndham in the green room, Rebecca Bates in the green room, just outside the door. And we're expecting some folks with a youth rodeo that's coming up at the multi-purpose building this weekend to come in and talk. And we also have Summer Riles and Laura Lee Lewis we're going to talk to here in just a few minutes. But right out of the gate, I'll say that Chuck Ivy is off today and is out of pocket, so we're going to try to handle things as best as we can here in the studio. Randy is running the board, and we're going to try to make the show as interesting as Chuck would. So keep it right here. Real quick, let me tell you about the weather situation. I guess a lot of things have happened since last week, Thursday, in the news, and we're going to cover just a few of those things of interest here in just a minute. Folks are calling the radio station already, wondering what the weather's going to do, asking about the weather for today here in South Mississippi, and of course we're seeing some clouds rolling in. Expect probably the most precipitation, the most rain probably this afternoon, somewhere around 2 to 3 o'clock, 2:30 to 3:30, somewhere in that time period. We should see the chance of rain really increase and get one of those afternoon showers. Now, pretty much the weather forecast today is going to be a lot cooler today than it has been or was yesterday. So we're going to see temperatures up probably 77, 78 degrees for the high, so it should be a USM. Boy, they are on a roll. Corky Palmer, man, should have announced his resignation many years ago if this was what was going to be the result of it. But Corky Palmer, head coach at Southern Miss in Hattiesburg, said this was going to wrap it up for him and coaching baseball at Southern Miss, and going to be retiring at the end of the season. I don't know if he intended to be playing in June.
The season never ends.
Yeah, so here he is, getting ready for, is it Southern Miss's first ever Super Regional this weekend? Wow. And man, what a place they get to go. They make it through the regionals and at Georgia Tech, and then they advance to the Super Regionals, and the first folks they're going to have to face is those Gators, the Florida Gators. In Gainesville, Georgia is where Southern Miss will be heading this weekend. I believe the schedule for the Southern Miss Super Regional, for folks interested, will be game one Saturday. That'll be on ESPNU, which is 6:14 on DirecTV. I know that because we watch it quite a bit. Southern Miss at Florida, game two will be Sunday at 6. That'll be on ESPN2. And Southern Miss at Florida, game 3, if necessary, will be Monday at lunch. And then, on the other side, another one that we love to talk about, the Ole Miss Rebels are in the Super Regionals. You betcha. They are going to be hosting the Super Regional, of all things. Wow. A big honor for the Ole Miss Rebels, and a big deal for the Ole Miss Rebels, not only to get Super Regional, to be hosting the Regional, but they're also getting the Super Regional back-to-back. So go Rebels. Boy, they've got a big game coming up this weekend, which can be heard here on the radio. The Ole Miss Rebels will have to play, do you know who? Yes? Any guesses? Our guess? Virginia, yeah, that's it. Yes, Ole Miss Rebels are going to be hosting the Super Regional this weekend with the Virginia Cavaliers coming to Oxford. And, Virginia Cavaliers, of course, have been a hot item over the past couple of weeks. They won the ACC conference, and they beat Duke and North Carolina, and have really been playing well. So Ole Miss and Virginia have a lot in common. I was actually looking at their numbers before. I'm a big baseball nut, and I was looking at their numbers before we came on the air, and there's a lot of things in common between Ole Miss and Virginia. Ole Miss plays Virginia Friday afternoon at 12:30 airtime. That'll be on ESPN Radio 92.9, June the 5th. Then Saturday, June the 6th, airtime at 10:30 on 92.9, and then Sunday, June the 7th, if necessary, at 1:30.